Okay, class, today we are going to do the basic lesson on ratios, and it's a continuation from our M&M ratio activity. Our objective today is I can represent a relationship between two quantities written as a ratio, and it's important that we have to understand some vocabulary terms before we do this lesson. And the first one is quantity. Quantity is the measurable, so write in the word measurable. The measurable or countable property of things. Okay, also a ratio is a comparison of two quantities. Ratios can be written as part to part, part to whole, or whole to part. Like when we did M&Ms, you could have done yellow to all the M&Ms, or blue to all the M&Ms. That would have been part, right? Part to whole. Part to part would have been like yellow to blue. Whole to part is all of them, just a part of them. Okay, here's some more examples. If a medium pizza has 18 pieces of pepperoni and 9 pieces of ham, the ratio of pepperoni to ham is 18 to 9. And then you should simplify that by dividing both of them by 9, and you find out that the ratio is 2 to 1. Example number 2. Using the same pizza from example 1, we can also write each ingredient as a part to whole. Total number of ingredient pieces. The total quantity of ingredient pieces is 27, 18 pepperoni and 9 ham, right? We can write the ratio of pepperoni to total ingredient pieces as 18, because there's 18 pepperoni pieces, right? To 27, because that's the total together, or simplified. If you divide both of those by 9, 18 divided by 9 is 2, and 27 divided by 9 is 3, so it's 2 to 3. And the ratio of ham to total ingredient pieces as 9 to 27 are simplified as 1 to 3. Let's do some of these together, okay? Procedure for writing ratios. So our first step is to determine the total quantity. Write in the word quantity. Of all objects in a particular group of objects. So if you look up here, the total number of objects in this group, these shapes, is 35. Okay? Step number 2. Hoping you guys can see this okay. Let me zoom in a little bit. Step number 2 is determine the quantity, so write in the word quantity again, of each individual category of objects within the group of objects. For example, there are 15 squares and 20 diamonds within this group. Okay, so we count them and we get 15 squares, 20 diamonds. So first you count the total. Step number 1, there's 35. Step number 2, how many of each one? Step number 3, now you're going to make comparisons, so write in the word comparisons, of how many objects of each type there are within the group of objects. We're going to compare what we have. So for example, the ratio of squares to diamonds is 15 to 20, or if you simplify that, because you can divide both of those numbers by 5, you make it 3 to 4. Okay, step number 4. What ratio represents the number of squares to total objects? So we already have our number of squares. We said there's 15 squares, and we said the total was 35, right? So that's 15 to 35, but if we simplify it, we can divide both by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3, and 35 divided by 5 is 7. Okay, if you'll go ahead and turn to the next sheet of this, we're going to practice doing some more things together here.
Mom, what are you doing?
Sorry, my kids are here. I'm making a video, Rachel. Okay, if you look at the top here, how many total objects are within this group? Okay, you're going to need to count them, right? So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are 15 according to my count. How many stars are within the group? 1, 2, 3, 4. I count 4. How many circles are within the group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I count 11 circles. What is the ratio of stars to circles? So when we do this, it's very important we do it the exact order they gave us. So they said stars first, and we said there were 4 stars, colon, and how many circles? We said 11. So the ratio is 4 to 11. You can write that way. You can write it 4 over 11 as a fraction, or you can write 4 in the number 2, and 11 is the same thing also. Okay, 3 ways to write that fraction. We went over that on Friday. What is the ratio of stars to the total number of objects? Well, stars, we said there's 4 stars, right? Total number of objects is 15, so that's 4 to 15, or once again, you could write it as a fraction, 4 over 15, or you could write 4 to 15. You don't have to write all 3 of these. You can just pick with the one that you like. I, Mrs. Lloyd, prefer just doing the colon there. Okay, lastly, what is the ratio of circles to the total number of objects? Well, circles we have 11, total number of objects we have 15, so the ratio is 11 to 15, or you can write it like this as a fraction, or you can write 11 with the word 2, 15. Okay, next what you're going to need to do is go ahead and pause this video up, and where it says pause and try, you see some hamburgers and hot dogs, and you're going to practice doing the same thing. When you have it done, bring it to me, I'll check it off, take 2 tickets, and then you can grab the assignment on the table. Thank you so much.